Hello everybody, how are you guys doing today? This is Moon Eye Moors here on the Essencecraft realm server, whatever you want to call it. I call it a server, it might as well be. It's a group of friends playing Minecraft together. Last time we were here we built a house over there. We'll revisit that. But first things first is I changed my skin. I actually got one of those fancy dancy skins, you know. I think it looks cool. I don't know, you can do things. I like that. It's like his arm was breaking. Okay. Twitch let me know that we are live. So hopefully you guys like today's video. As per normal, I have no idea what we are doing. Yesterday, puttering around, I built a little stable. We gotta finish that up. I added some more roads, as you can see here. This is the house that we built last time we streamed. This was one I started working on and then got completely sidetracked. And this is my daughter's design. So, well, not really her design, her idea. She wanted a mushroom house. And, well, I didn't want to just make a mushroom. I mean, I could, I guess. I mean, but a mushroom house. So, these are all mushroom blocks except for the wood, obviously. The floor is all mushroom blocks. It's even got a second story. Look at that. So, this is mushroom stem here. I think it makes a really good white, like almost wattle and daub style. If you added wood in between there, that would give it almost like a wattle and daub style house. So if you ever get inspired, you can make a wattle and daub style medieval house. She wanted the red. She wanted the red parts of the mushroom as a roof. And we'll keep it, and what we'll do is we'll decorate around it, obviously. I added this road in here. This is just a broken path that links up, and it'll link up over there with another broken path. But I think it looks good. I don't know if I'll get onto this house today. I'm just trying to get layouts and ideas. This is kind of almost the same as this house here, except for all of the variant and sizes. There's a right here, and it's not very much, but it looks really good. It will in the end. We got a bunch more houses to build here. Everywhere, kind of where you see a square, is kind of where I laid out a house, and I think it would look really cool. And let's go take a flight. Can I fly? Does anyone know? Just me. Fly! There we go. There we go. So I've added this pathway in here and around and finally linked it up. So eventually we'll decorate this. That's a bird. We'll decorate this here. And I gotta get rid of that. I really don't want to because it's kind of a pain to make. And I've only been using it as a cheaty way to collect heads. So yeah. So what I do is while I'm building here, I collect these and then I push this lever and it moves the hopper into place and it automatically shoots out eggs. And then when they get grown up, we slaughter them and we get the super hard to get chicken head. So yeah, over at the head shop. We're calling it Heads Up, I believe, with Johnny. Hi, Johnny. How you doing today? Oh, where's the head? There's the chicken head right there. There's a creeper head. That's not easy to get, let me tell you. That thing? Oh. Hey, we got some of these guys. Do I have... where did I put the chicken? I thought ugly heads. There's another one there for sale. I know these seems like they're really expensive, but I mean, come on. Yeah, that was kind of a challenge to get. I kind of got this one here on a whim, and I really don't want to. I don't want to sell him, but let's see if these are still here. So if any of the fellow playmates, I got another 6 sets of Wither Skellies. I went and collected up the other day. I didn't figure this store would sell a whole lot of heads. But, you know what? I think it's a pretty cool store. Because, come on. I'm not good at pixel art, and that looks really cool. Let's go check my other store here. My other store. I don't think we made any sales. Don't mind that nothing is the same. I'm kind of just lazy, and I just grab what I can. So, if you guys need tridents, whoever plays on this world with me, I've got a couple for sale. Just a couple. Those are... I can't remember what I did with those. I probably just acquired them. So I think today what we're going to mess around with is... Well, I really don't know. I did this... My whole reason of changing my skin was because over here Dragon has made some plots so we can make our guy. So we can make, you know, a replica avatar of ourselves. And oh, can I button today? I can't button today. I really like my guy, and I want to have him like a regular other guy, everybody else, where you can change his clothes and so on and so forth. And I really like... The other one was alright, but it didn't have no character. It didn't have my character in it, you know? So, my personality. So, I made this guy. And, hopefully I can build a pixel art replica of that guy. So, I think it'll be fun. It's my floating ship. You know, one thing I did notice on this ship that probably nobody else would notice is that one is 1 block lower than that one. But we won't tell anybody because I'm not gonna fix it. So, my little village here is coming right along. I'm gonna work on houses off and on stream. I think it's time to get, you know, this buttoned up so we can get some villagers in here, and we can get working on the nether hub. Still there. Not sure if anything has changed in there much lately. Yeah, I mean, I think we have more of this, so this will do another one of these, hopefully. But we still have a lot left. I haven't acquired any more logs, which kind of sucks, but... You know, somebody did do some mining out, which whoever did that, thank you very much. So this is... We're almost done with the top part. And all we got left is the hanging bits. And I think if we put a couple of really good long days in, I think this could be done pretty quickly. You know? And then finish the floor. And I think if we ever reset the world, maybe a smaller nether hub. And maybe smaller base design. I don't know. I mean, this is a really cool nether hub, and I think it would be really awesome completed, especially if, you know, there was ever like a world download or something like that. This would be awesome. This is all of my junk. I could have enough to do a good portion of this, but to start that I'd need a lot more of this warp stuff. But yeah, this is all This is from killing wither skellies. That's what this all comes from. It's killing wither skellies. So, yeah. I've acquired a lot of junk over the time of building this. And then there's a lot of this stuff here that's kind of like, this is all community. I mean, most of this stuff is probably, you could call community, I guess. But, yeah, I mean, everybody that's been working on this stuff has done a really amazing job. Because, I mean, this was a really tall task to build and design something like this. Well, to build it. I mean, design it was simple. I mean, it was an idea, and then you made it something really cool. Let's go. I'm gonna zoop up here real quick, because look at these things. These things were made by Leadslinger, which is really cool. And my wife is home. Yay. So, yeah. So not much is done on the hub lately. But the village is looking really good. I've been putting a lot of energy into the village. Alright, it's sleepy time. Now one thing I'm really kind of bummed about is the village, the zombies destroying all of my doors. That's kind of a real big pain in the butt. See? Another door gone. And I've tried to change these doors to a way where they can't. That's why this one's really weird. Because I've done it like that, where it's open like this. And, you know, I read somewhere that the zombies couldn't break that because they see it as an open door now. Because technically that would be an open door, but that clearly doesn't work. Because I've done it to other areas, and clearly it doesn't work. And some of them, they don't bother, like that one. They didn't bother that one. But that one, all the rest of them, they've just... No. This one still works here. All of these houses that don't have doors had doors when I built them. The zombirds have mangled my doors. Unless we have a Grian on the server. If we have a Grian on the server, I'd like to speak to him. Alright, let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we can work on today. Alright. What we got? Alright. See, if we build these houses the way that I normally build them, they're going to be super tight, which is fine with me. But I want this kind of... This house here is going to be a poor house. That one will be a poor house. And then this... There's going to be... These ones here are going to need to be a little taller, and these ones here are going to be a little stunted, because you want to keep your line of sight moving, right? See how short this house is? See how that one is? That one's taller. It's because when you're coming through here, you want to keep your line of sight moving on to the next thing. So you want to have parts where you can see beyond the houses. So you can... So it always begs the question, oh, look at that over there. So, yeah. So when you build things, you know, you try to keep a good far line of sight. Except for I have a broken cow. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. Broken cow. See, he's broken. Hi, Annie. Oh, he moved. Oh, no, never mind. Close, but it makes it look like he's wearing a hat. If you look at it this way, look at that. He's got a hat on. Broken cow. I have a broken cow. I had some other animals in here, but when I was building that house, I kind of messed something up, and some of them got out. And there was some animals stuck down in here, but bone meal at, but we're not gonna. So that's why the farms are the way they are, and you know, that's why there's leaves that don't really block the view a whole lot, because you can still see that there's stuff over there. You can still see stuff going on beyond the primary look here. Oh yeah, there's more beyond that. And it begs you to keep going. And that's kind of the idea of each, when you're building, that's kind of the idea of each thing. So yeah, it's a nice little crop. I imagine when the villagers come in, they're gonna mangle this all up. And another thing I didn't take into consideration is, as I'm building these, I'm gonna have to modify some of this so that I can put a workstation. So like if I put a workstation here, all of these crops will have to go, and these probably will have to go, so that the villagers can actually work. And I'll have to, you know, acquire or build a bunch of workstations, because I'm gonna want all these villagers to have workstation and beds. And the idea of this village is I'll put a villager breeder in one location in the village and one on the other side of the location of the village. So if anybody comes and they have the bad omen, they're going to be in trouble, because this place will be raided like crazy. But the idea is each one of these houses will have a few beds in it, you know. Obviously you'll build a, you know, whoever designs this house out will build whatever they want in there, and they'll have beds and workstations and so on. And the villagers, this will be a villager for villages, village for villagers. And the idea to let them roam free, and if baddies, I'm gonna try to light it up so that baddies can't spawn. But if baddies tend to spawn or kill a villager or a few villagers, we have a, you know, I'll come back and periodically throw some food into the villagers so that they can keep breeding. And, you know, the villager breeder will stop breeding once there's no villagers. There's no room for the villagers, no more beds that they can obtain. And that's kind of my idea, is that this village can just stay and it'll keep itself full of villagers all the time, as long as I just check the breeders every once in a while, and I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be a fun, neat little experiment to see how this will look. Let's get some wood. I know I've been using a lot of the dark oak lately. Where is that dark oak? No. Apparently I don't know what's anywhere. I've been using a lot of the, it's weird, a lot of the dark oak lately. We're going to use just a regular oak here. And I'm going to want to trade those other blocks out. Do I have any? No. Okay. So we're going to do that and that. And we're going to turn these in the stairs. Because when we... Should I do this area? We could do this area. Okay. So this one here, this is going to be two separate houses. So they're going to have two different walls. A set wall in the middle that can differentiate, I can't speak. That can separate the two. Let's say that. Yeah. Alright. Let's get some of these. We're going to want some of these now. And we're going to want some different color wood. Because, yeah, there it is. Because these are going to be two different buildings. And I want them to look like two different buildings. Even though they're going to be built at the, same time. And they're going to be attached. But what we're going to do, just to give some interest, is I'm going to set one of these back a couple of blocks. Right? Just so that there can be some interest in this building. Oh, there it is. There, see? And now, here is where it's going to get interesting, because this one here is going to be dark oak. We're just going to plonk down some of these. We'll do one here, and then we'll keep that one there. There. I think that'll look all right. Like I always say, I just make this stuff up every time. I just invent it. 3 there. 1, 2, 3. That's not going to work. That is definitely not going to work. Okay. Because I don't want... Okay, what we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 there, and then that can be 3. But we'll do it over here instead. There. Because that'll look all right. Now, over here, what we're going to do is we're going to plunk that there, because this is a completely different building. So, it's going to have completely different wood. There. Alright, so we got to get rid of this. That's probably not the right thing, but there. Alright. Now, what are we going to make it out of? I think this one here should be made out of this stuff. I know it's probably, I've used it a lot in this area. It's already getting dark. Why does it always get dark? So what we can do is that'll be a door there. You know what I'm going to do. That's so easy. Okay, that's so touch. I'm actually going to move this up one here. Right? And then this one here, this will just dip back here. Come on. Jerk wood. There. No, I'm going to dip back there. Okay. Alright. So then, yeah. Alright. See, I'm making this all up. So then this will dip back here. And I know there's going to be a dead spot here, but that's alright, because through here there'll be a point of interest and we can decorate this up for the view of this. Let's go sleep. Because I know I haven't lit this place up very well, and I know it looks ugly, but that's okay. So what we're going to do from there is just get a basic layout of windows. See here, there. Now we have a window, because you really want to have, you know, some windows in your build. It's going to look really weird if you don't. So you definitely want to have some windows. Now that's going to have to step up, isn't it? So that's going to have to step up there like that. There's no way around it. We're going to step that up. And we're going to have a window here. And back through here, that'll kind of get hidden by the point of interest. I mean, or yeah, we could even put a little bit of dirt in there. And add those oak logs there. And that will keep you... Yeah, it'll be alright. I'm not building a piano here. Okay, let's get this. So we're going to want a window there and a window there. See, and this is going to be a fairly short house. Now here, we are going to want a window. We're going to want the window right here, probably. Right there. I mean, we could do 2 wide window, but I think that'll be all right. See, and this is not going to have a peaked roof. This is going to have a standard roof. Oop. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. Okay. And that's not going to have anything there. Okay. Look at that. A spider. Okay. I mean, I could add these to it. And then I think it'll be all right. We're gonna leave those logs. I thought about stripping those logs, but there. Now this wall here will be almost like this. Pretty much this whole wall here will have to be different. So it'll be an accent piece for both buildings. Now let's get the basic design for this house. And what we're going to use for that house is, I think we're just going to use standard oak. We're just going to transfer all these over. Do I have some oak stairs? What did I do? I just swore that was wood there. There we go. We do have some standard stairs. Perfect. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that and that. And what I do want to change out here will be these. And one thing I do want to do is, this house is going to be level. This one will be raised. This one will be up one. Okay, so we got to take that into consideration. So this house here is not going to have a window in the front, but that's okay. There really can't be a window in very much places here. So we can do a double window here. We can have a window here and then a double window here. And there's not going to be much windows, which is kind of difficult. The only way that I'll be able to get a window in there is if I do this. And I think that'll work. Alright, so now we have the base down. Let's find an accent piece for that wall. Let's see what we have. Do we have a, no, we don't. Do we have brick? Oh. Apparently I sacrificed that to the, let's see what we have here. Oh yeah. Okay, perfect. I guess if you really like this kind of building style, learn to fly all over the place to find stuff, because this is not the easiest building style. Like, just randomly, oh, this might look good, you know? Now, the biggest thing I want is these two houses to look like two separate houses that were built at two different times, but they're built in the same connected area. That's the important part. Now, we have that, and this house might be a little more regal than the next one. So we're gonna build these out a little bit. And we'll just connect it like that, and that'll look all right. That'll be fine. I'm not building a piano. All right. So this house might be a little more expensive, I might say. Well, this is what we're gonna do here. I think this will be alright. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, this is fine. Just nobody's gonna see this one. Might not have enough wood, but that's alright. So this one might be a little fancier house, which is fine. Yeah, I didn't have enough wood. One piece of wood shy. That's great. There we go. And voila. Now, I'm not quite a fan of this. Let's see what we've got here. And then we might have to just do that. And I think that'll work. I think that'll be alright. So this one here will have a higher peak. And I think this part of the house here will be a softer slope than the main part. So this is going to look completely different. But that gives you a nice space. Gives you a really strong accent wall. And we can have two different houses. So just as contrast, we could just throw a dinky little porch. And this can be one house. This will be the floor of one house. And this will have a really soft kind of roof to it. I'm thinking maybe... Well, I haven't done one of those in a while. Maybe we can use the oak log for a roof. And what we have here. We can do a red. That's not going to be enough. But we got plenty of these. What we can do is let's see. I probably got tons of these somewhere. Yeah, I have some here. We're going to use all of that up anyway, and then some. Let's see, we're going to want that. There we go. Throw that back in there. There we go. It's already almost dark. So, anyway, we're going to chill out here. If you like my content, please feel free to like and subscribe to, well, follow, I guess, my channel. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you like messing around and just building stuff, yeah, continue watching. Because that's kind of all I do, is mess around and build stuff. That's my whole goal. Is to just mess around. That's it. Okay, so here is this. And to add contrast, what we're going to do is I could go up and down each one like I've done over here. But this roof here, this was built a little more structured in space, you know. So, as you can see, the roof was pretty, it has pretty much, you know, it's got the same kind of lines to it. So, yeah. So I could do it like this. And this is a pretty cool style of roof, but it takes a lot. You got to dip it down really hard, you know. So, well, I mean, as you can see, this is only too tall here, and then yeah, it takes a lot. It's a lot, and that's something that I don't think that will look well with this building. So what we're gonna do is just a simple soft peak, and I think it'll look all right. Do I have dirt? I don't have dirt. And apparently I put one of those down there. Now the hard part's going to be to make this look right because we're going out one here. So that means this roof line is technically going to start here and then go up one here. And that's, well, that's still not even right, because this would have been here, and if that would have been in this block here, whoops, then that would make this roof line 1, 2, because here's the thing, this roof line's they're all gonna connect, and well, we gotta sort out how that's gonna look. We could start it here, I guess, and then they'll meet up. Maybe a little wonky. Sorry about the phone noise. I imagine it's probably something important that I probably should look at, but I'm not going to look at right now. Alright. Let's see, find some dirt. There we go. Dirt. Dirt is important. Alright. Because we're going to have to build this up using dirt. So, because there's the next one, next one, and then the same here. There's one, and like that. Now, is that going to end kind of evenly? I guess it will. Let's just try it out and see what it does. See? Yeah. I mean, it's not. I guess it's as symmetrical as it can be, right? Yeah. All right, let's go with that. It's fun when you're never really not working. That's the sound of never really not working sounds like. Okay. Now, this side here is going to be the same but different. It's going to be the same style, but it's going to look different. Because we really don't have an ending point here. But the ending point has to look different than this side. It can't be equal. I know that sound weird. But the wall line is not equal. So if this wall comes up and it equals up here, it should equal one block over. See how right here it's one down? This should equal, that should be the wall line. And then it should go down this way and meet up. But it will have to end sooner here, which should be one block over from that, because see, that's where the end line is. Just ignore the phone. It's going to go off like that for another probably 15 minutes. I'm going to just turn it down, so maybe you guys don't have to listen to it so much. Okay. Oh, check. It's funny. Wow. Notifications. Oh, look at that. Okay. Let me turn my notifications down. I'll forget to turn them back up, and then I'll miss a whole bunch of important text messages, because that's what I do. Alright, so there. Now let's start laying... Did it wrong already. Start laying this out a little bit. Can I Minecraft today? Nope. Can't Minecraft most days. I just pretend that I play Minecraft. There. Now, I'm just going to throw that there for now. And this is probably just going to overlap it. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. But see, this is kind of what I was talking about, how this was not going to line up here. And that's kind of what I was looking for. So, that's good. Now, the big question is, do I leave a ridge plate, a ridge cap? I think I do. I think that'll look good. I've never done that with these kind of roofs before, but I think that'll look good. And we'll just meet it up like that in the middle. Now, obviously when I'm building up this next house, I might have to adjust some of these, and that's completely okay. You can never build these perfectly every time. So don't get frustrated if you have to make adjustments. Because, well, I make adjustments all the time. They never ever really look right to me. But see here? That's what I'm talking about. How this house is gonna have to meld into this one. But we have this initial roof line here, and I think that looks good for right now. It keeps this house small and quaint, which that's kind of what I wanted, because, you know, it's kind of like, you know, the olden days. You know, the villages didn't have much space, so they would cram a lot of houses in. And in medieval times, medieval villages, the plot of land that you had wasn't very large. So you would have, you know, a small house, and then above it, they would always have these step outs. And they would step out above the streets mostly, so that they would have more room in their house. And usually these houses were built out of wattle and daub. It was a building material back in back in medieval times, not the 1800s. And I really think that would look better if it had something else there, but we'll worry about that later. But, you know, so these houses, when they were built up, especially on the street side, the streets would be they would be tucked in really close to the streets. So part of the house would be like right there. There's the house, there's the street, and there's the house. You know, really close. And then these streets on either side of the road, and these roads would be very narrow. So there'd be a very narrow road. And then these houses would be built up kind of like that, to the point where, you know, you would have hardly any light in the streets. That's why it was always the dark and dingy ages of the medieval ages, or the dark ages, they would say. Because it was always dark and dingy in the big cities, like in England or London or you know, whatever big city there was, because everybody was pushing for so much space that they would build their houses up over the streets, you know, and there wouldn't be much light, there wouldn't be much space in between the buildings for the light to get in. So that's the idea. That was the idea. Anyway, enough going on for history, huh? But yeah, that's why in medieval times the houses would be kind of canted out as it went up, and they would be made of this material called wattle and daub, which is this, you know, like post and beam, and then there would be like this stuff that it was made out of was called daub, a wattle and daub, and it's, you know, it's something that's still mimicked today in certain areas. You can still see houses that look like wattle and daub houses. There we go, sleep time. I just don't want any baddies coming and bothering me while I'm messing around. Now let's get some other materials together. Let's get rid of this stuff. I'm going to want that probably. Get rid of these. We're going to want these because I'm thinking I'm going to use this material. These materials here to make the next roof, and it's gonna be a stepped roof. Man, they are chatty today. They are chatty today. Let's come over here. Now we're gonna have to get the layout of this roof, and it's like I said, this roof is gonna be different. So pretty much, is that lined up? Perfect, great. That's what I want. So pretty much, it's gonna be kind of like this. We are going to set this ridge line right on top, And then what we can do is put some trapdoors on there. And this is going to come out one past. I know it seems like a big awning, but that's how that's going to look. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We're not going to worry about that ridge line right there. We will work into that. That's not what we need to worry about right now. But this is just going to be a simple roof line. I don't know how it's going to meet up in the top. Okay, it's going to have this all the way up to the top. And this is going to run the whole, pretty much the whole length. So this is going to pretty much go just like that, the whole length. And this will come out one past. And it might interact with this house. And when we build that house, we will integrate, we'll work it in so it looks right into what we already have existing. So getting stressed out about that is not something I'm really too concerned about, honestly. Okay, we'll just reach over and boop. So there, and there is this roof line. Now these bricks stairs are gonna go right the way across on the top, just like this. This is kind of just like wiring out the, you know, just framing out the house, what it looked like. And I think we're gonna go with dark oak stairs for this one here, because they just look fancier to me. That's all. It's the only reason. Oh, bugger. Ah. Okay. We can Minecraft, I swear. Alright. So there is that. Did I not? I know I'm wasting logs, and I really shouldn't be, because logs are kind of, they're expensive. On this world, you can't just go to Easy Logs Incorporated and buy logs. I wish you could. Wish you could. Hey, if anybody's listening, log shop, be a great business. You'll get all my diamonds. Log shop. Come on. Wow, that is some powerful rockets. What duration? Duration 1. And I just flew to the moon. There we go. Alright. We gotta finish building this wall up here. Alright. And like I said, we will tidy up this in a minute, because there's gonna be more going on here. So we're gonna tidy that up in a minute. I'm gonna need more of these, I can tell already. So what these are gonna do is these are gonna fall in like this. And then it's gonna go there, and then it'll start going up. And then I think here they're just gonna pop out like this. And then they'll start going up. And they'll meet up here somewhere. Like this one will meet here, and that's perfect. See? Already done. Done deal. And this is where the dirt comes in again. Because, what? Is that a cow? Kathud, kathud. See, and then these will just, this will just marry up here. And then, boom. And yeah, that'll be there. And it'll be fine, because, well, you know, why not? And if it looks funny as we build it, we'll sort it out. That'll be in there. There'll be a wall here. So essentially, this will all be wall here. Just like that. And then this roof line, as it comes over, this one here will just run right over top of this, and what we'll do is we'll probably just leave it as it is. And we might just delete this one spot here. We might just get rid of this one. We might get rid of this one. I don't know yet. We'll deal with it later. So now, what we'll do is we'll just trapdoor this. We don't want to throw pickaxes. No need to throw pickaxes around. Alright. Let's go get some dark oak slabs and stairs and start hashing out this roof. We do have some dark oak stairs. There we go. We're gonna take that. Oof. I probably didn't want to do that. I probably really didn't want to do that. Yeah, I probably didn't. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Well, we have a whole bunch of dark oak now. That's going to be great. We're going to keep some on us. Just get rid of that. I know I'm not managing my stuff properly, but that's okay. Alright, let's get over to the easy side. This should be pretty straightforward. Right? This is gonna... Oh, I didn't make any more of those. I'm gonna need more of these, I think. That's alright. First things first is let's get these stairs in on this here, because this is gonna take a little bit, because as we layer this up, we can get rid of that one. Probably that one. Yeah. We want this to look nice and thick over here. Well, there, like that. There. So we are going to take this one out, just so that we can have some consistencies on this side, because the poor house isn't going to win over the new house, over the not so poor house. So that looks like it's always meant to be there, and that was kind of just tacked on half-heartedly because some poor guy spent 6 pence on that little piece of land there, and he's getting that little piece of land, and he's built what he could on there. And it is not nearly as rich and regal as this house. Now, as we move forward with this, we're going to have to do something here, which is fine. There. And we're going to have these going up like that. And then have these over here like this. And then it's gonna meet up to the stairs, and that's good, and that'll be fine. Cause see, tra-la-la, all better. Let's get this working upward here, cause what we could do here is just wall this off, and obviously that'll be a little darker, but these can cover it like that, and it won't be so noticeable. Like, there's some things you just can't overcome in Minecraft, and sometimes that is one of them. So, alright, this is gonna go all the way right the way over. Now we've got to figure out how this is going to look. This is going to go right the way over like this, and then there will be one of these in there, and then we got to get another slab. But we need to sleep too, because we got baddies going to come out and get us. There we go. Alright, let's get a bit more You know what we'll do? We'll just use one of these. We only need one. And you know what? Oh, you can't turn that into a slab? Crackstones. Maybe I'm not doing that right. I don't know. Why isn't that a thing? Crackstone slabs? Crackstone stairs? Why isn't that a thing? I'm just wondering. Don't you think it should be? I think it should be. Now, to add some added detail to this, what we can do is, that was probably not the greatest idea. We'll do that. And that gives it a little breakup, like, you know, it's just a little bit of structural integrity to the eye, I think. And then what we'll do is we'll just banner these off, or put something over them to hide them, or cover them up a little bit so they're not so sticking out the side of the building. I mean, I could just delete those like that, and then hold on, we could do that, and that could make it look a little more structured that way. I think that'll work. I like that. They don't need that super fancy stuff. There you go. Now, obviously we're going to have some inconsistencies here, so we're going to want to fix those up. And unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do about some of these inconsistencies, you know? So, like that right there. I really wish that we didn't have to do that. I wish I could mix and match half slabs on each other. And I wish that they looked better that way. But, you know, some things you just can't win. So that side of the house is looking really good. It's got a really nice mixture of half slab, and I think that looks really good. You can still see the wall in between. Gives it a nice little detail. You know? That we'll fix up in a minute, because I haven't even done this side of the house. So essentially this will be two houses when we're done. Now we get to tackle this roof here. Now we already know where this line is going to be. Let's just get these out of the way here, because we know we're going to need these here, because this is where this is where the roof is going to go, and we want this nice and thick here, just to give it a little bit of body. And I fell off. There we go. Now this here, this will never be seen by anybody, so we can just kind of block this off, and it will run right the way over, and it'll look fine on that side, and it'll look fine on this side, and we're out. And I just need a smidge more. Smidge more of these. Right, yeah, just two would be perfect. Hopefully it'd be perfect. I don't know. I'm not really. Yeah, that'll be good. It'll be fine. It's almost fine. There. So that married up actually super simple. Usually they're not super simple. Usually they don't marry up, and two roofs, when you're building two different houses and two different styles at the same time, go together that simply. So let's just some dirt pillar up here, because we are going to need to fill in a bunch of this stuff. This is not going to have a window. We can decorate that from the outside. This brick can go all the way up. And we'll probably add a second floor onto here, and it wouldn't be too difficult because we can just take a beam and we'll do it right there, and that will give you plenty of it won't give you like a great amount of space upstairs. You're gonna add a ladder somewhere. What is behind this? Okay, we do need to have that there, just so it looks right. And what I would do here in this scenario would be turn my phone off. I would add a stairs. I would add a ladder. I wouldn't add stairs. This house isn't big enough for stairs. I mean, you could get a little wonky, and if you really demanded stairs, I would take and right off the front here, I would come down with stairs there. No, that would not work because 1, 2, 3, it would put you right at the front door. What I would do would be, I would start the stairs here, land a platform here, because you're going to want a platform here, but I would start the stairs here. Do I have any other stairs? Yes, I do. Okay. I would have stairs like this, and that could be something different, and do a platform here, and then do stairs, and I guess I would have to do a platform. Let's stop overcomplicating this. Here we go. I'll do a platform, not there. Platform here. Actually, you're a bit better off. So I want to leave this open, okay? I want to leave this open. So adding stairs would be complicated. We could tuck some up here, but they would have to start up and they would have to dip in, and then that would cut into your floor. But if you could add them to where they would go like there and there, but then you got all this room you got to try to get to. So that's, anyway, I would try to just add a ladder, and I would open this up, keep this open here, this little area, and put a stairs for a bedroom, living space. Down here, obviously, this is going to be a one-room shack. We've got to acquire the stuff back to finish this off. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. They don't like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just in here. This will probably be all the way around. And this will... I could use these. Save those for that. There. I think that's fine. I'm not building a piano. Like I said, this is the poor man's shack. So, essentially, we have created 2 more houses. I mean, obviously, we got to finish patching up this area here. Which I have these. Now I just got to go get the other 2 things. And I think that will look great. And then once we add the leaves, one of these days, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get on a stream and we're just going to decorate the snot out of the surrounding areas. And I think that'll be great fun. And it'll be fun had by all. Let's just do this as a little accent. There. Gives it a little extra, I don't know, something. Alright, let's go fix the front now. Alright, that's gonna do that there. We're gonna have that there. And then these 3 jobbies. And then what we're gonna do is just... Because I really hate that that's there. Yeah. And is this on a... Yeah, so this is on a block, so we can hang a light here or whatever. Whatever. Okay, cool. And what we could do is we can have a little nicer path here, a little fence, and this guy can have a smaller path here, and it'll be a more broken up path that leads out here with a little garden. What I'll probably do is this guy's path. Let's get something not so fancy. We can have this guy's path come straight out here, right? And then around here, essentially have a garden, right? And then this guy, the poor man's path here, and we can just have a little fence here that breaks it up. And this guy will have a little path to his house, but it'll have to lead through here. And that'll give you a little more interest into the space, you know, because there's quite a lot of space here. So what we could do is we could build up a little brick wall, maybe similar to this, but not so extent as this. Maybe a little more run down and cobbly and broken. And, you know, have a little bit of fencing here. That. Oh! Hey guys, sleep at night. Jerk. Oh, just blew up the nice new house I built. That was great and not so great all at the same time, because he left a really big hole. A really big hole. Holy moly, holy. Oh, he took out part of the road. Hopefully he didn't take out too much part of the road. Okay, well. Yeah, he took out a pretty good portion of the road. That's alright. Let's sort this out. Let's get that back. We don't want to do that. There. Okay, we'll call that like that. And okay, I know that ain't right, but it's better than what it was. Alright. Hopefully I have enough luggage to complete the repairs on this house. There we go. Hey, look at that. Almost like nothing happened. Almost. Mr. Detail. There we go. Okay. So anyway. So maybe that's what I'll work on. Maybe next episode or next stream is we'll work on decorating out this area here. Maybe getting some more decorations in here. And we'll work on ground decorating. Because, I mean, it seems really simple to throw down some flowers and some bushes and stuff like that, but if you want it to look organic as possible, you know, that has a really nice flow, you know, it's all about your perspective and the perspective, you know, of view. You know, you could do a super huge detailed build and it looks really great, but there's not much detail. How did the dog get on the outside of the house? Look at him. What are you doing, doggy? I mean, you could do, but like this. This is a super huge build. It took me about a month to finish, or at least 3 weeks anyway. But it looks really good. In all actuality, there's not very much detail. Very little detail. So very little detail that these walls are only 2 blocks thick. And most of it, you know? So this is really not a very detailed build. It's a resource heavy build, but it's not a very detailed build. It's not like something like this, which has been caught on fire twice and blown up by creepers a few times. Apparently that's a pretty strong building. But down here, it's all perspective of the eye as you're walking through. If you fly over it, it looks really neat and it makes you want to come down and walk through. But your field of view, I want this to be something that kind of immerses you into the village while you're walking through it, not flying over it or or anything like that. It's something that looks really cool as you're walking through it. And I was going to go with a steampunk vibe, but I'm not a very medieval modern steampunk kind of strong builder. As you can see, I built that. It's a boat that's floating. And it didn't come out. It came out okay. It's not my best thing. But yeah, maybe next stream. Hopefully I can get another stream out this week. Today's Wednesday, so I'm not sure. Work has been crazy. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to try to upload this onto YouTube. So if you miss it, or you missed parts of it, or you want to reference back to it, it'll be on my YouTube channel. Just look up Moonheim Wars on YouTube. Like and subscribe there. Follow me on here. I would really like to try to get more followers, more subscribers. If you like my content, yeah, tune in, turn your notifications on, tell your friends. Say, hey, there's a cool guy doing a village, you know. All right. So that's gonna be all for today. Again, like I said, I hope you enjoy. Hope you like my style of building, and yeah, that's it. You guys have a good evening, a good rest of your week, and thank you all for watching.